yesterday and just now. Now we're gonna head into game number 3 of this first best of 3 winners pool. Red Esports against Archives Esports. Both teams have something important to play for. For Red Esports, a bit of a pride on the line. I heard that the chatter in the broadcast has been very audible. The fans are watching attentively.
I mean, Malaysian fans are never really going to change at this point. Very, very young, and more importantly so, they're not the ones playing on the battlefield here.
They're going to play better, according to them.
Yeah, they can play better, and I would agree with that particular sentiment.
Studies show that commenters play better when they're not playing.
Commenters play better when they're not playing. I like that a lot. That's a nice way of putting it. Sumpah, just having the time of his life. This is such an easy lane for him.
You just can't run away from it, right? Once he locks onto you, that's a guarantee a hit, forcing the early recall. This wave thankfully doesn't get crashed into the turret, so Mel won't lose too much. Mao will also shot bottom to stabilize the lane a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, if Mel really wanted to win this lane, he would have to take Inspire, right? And look for these level 1 trades early on and break a battle spell from Sumpah. But unfortunately, that's just not the case, right? He's playing for the team, and that's why he takes the Flicker to make sure he has that flexibility.
But we'll get a couple of taps on that turret shield. So extra go. It's like what a Brody always does. Spider Mouse also will be on that bottom side to facilitate it. And this does give them a lot of info where this Martis could be, right? And also make carves out a road for Kaizen to head towards. Lord JM is just gonna put himself for the deal with 3 members of Red.
Yeah, Lord JM starting to be really frustrating here, and Amal, he's taking a little bit too much damage. I mean, they know that the turtle is going to spawn in about 6 seconds or so they're trying to create some form of advantage, but Kim, he's not level 4 himself. He needs to absorb that wave because Aaron, pause is being called. Okay, there we go. Pause is coming out from Archive. It was starting to look a little weird, right? They weren't positioning themselves to get towards that turtle side just yet. Usually by now, like around the 7 seconds, around the 14 seconds, you can see them like rotate to posture for it.
Yeah. And also, I believe Mao was in a very weird position as he paused. So that I wonder if that could be a potential first blood. We'll let the teams sort it out. At the pause called by Red Esports, a bit of a tech pause. Hope that gets sorted out very soon. With that being said, we are going to have a bit of time to kind of run through the state of the game, right? We talk about the compositions. What is Red Esports looking to accomplish?
Red Esports is looking to accomplish a team fight where they go in really quickly, get that first initial kill, back out, and then look to re-engage. If we're looking at Archive Esports, I think it's a lot more straightforward for them. However, it's not going to be easy, right? You're looking for an opportunity. You're trying to create an opportunity where Eve's real-world manipulation is going to do the maximum amount of damage. First blood will go into the hands of Archive.
Turtle goes over to them. It actually gets stolen by Red Esports as Amal was working on it. It will end up losing Aaron, or they might. The 10 HP is going to expire. Aaron forced the flicker away, and now re-engaged from Amal, cutting right through the back. No low HP members for him to decimate just yet, but he's slowly carving through the health bars. Kaizen will be secured thanks to Mao, who comes back with the flicker, and Lord JM, isolated, swipe back with the final slash, and he is finally going to be taken out 2 for it.
Nicely done, coming in from Red Esports. And yes, thank you for correcting me there. Red Esports able to secure that turtle, mainly because unfortunately Kaizen didn't have his retribution at that point of time because they were securing the kill onto Mal. You know, that first blood. Wow, that was very close. Woo, dangerous stuff. Dangerous iron hooks.
Oh yeah, almost predicting that also. But while that was happening, Sumpah is just having a free lane. All things considered, I believe, Mal gets a slight XP lead, also has a slight gold lead, while all of the fight was happening at the turtle pit. I wonder what happened.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure, but I don't see any battle spells being broken, maybe except for Sumpah, but that's about it, right? So Red Esports go back to their own traditional methods, playing really, really slow here, just to see how Archive Esports wants to attack.
Oh, real manipulation is going to be there. Mao pull all the way back. Just easily sniped out by Lancy. Bottom side, Sumpah getting punished, losing a lot of that trade, and Mel gets control of the lane. Yeah, not what you want as Archives.
Definitely not what you want. And I think, Mel is trading out extremely good. Are they going to keep on? Okay, they're not going to keep on going. The light wheel's going to deter them. But I think, Mel, he's an extremely aggressive laner, right? He wants to win out this lane hard. He wants to be able to try and pull it back after the amount of abuse at level 1 as well as level 2 that Sumpah was applying on him.
Lord JM proxying the top wave. As Archives Esports, they will pause here for the second turtle. You see Lord J already rotating there. The Iron Hook shown. So Archives Esports not as worried. There is a flicker onto Mao. Double root from Lord J and Spider. Miles not getting the Shadow Stampede onto Mao actually. This Iron Hook should be back up in a little bit. Archives Esports bringing the turtle down low. Final slash use as well. RWM even committed as the turtle goes over to Archives. Amao losing a lot of their health, and Kaizen will stick on top of him with the help of Lord JM. They get the kill, but they do end up losing Sumpak on the side thanks to Mao.
All of that was happening. Sumpak ended up going down, and more importantly, Mel getting that kill, huge for him. Amal unfortunately has to bite the dust a little bit, but it does mean that they can't convert this. Kaizen will try and look for the lead back as Aaron gets pulled into the fight.
He is most likely dead. Archives finding a free kill with actually weird move from Aaron himself, right? Just probably didn't expect the glue to be in the brush.
I don't think he was expecting to get engaged upon, right? They would have assumed that the rest of the reinforcements were going to pair buddy together and walk in to deny the space in EXP. But Archives Esports looking for these big punishments. That's the big difference with the Filipino region compared to the rest of the world, right? Their movements, as much as you want it to be. Orthodox Mal is dead again. Is he? No, he's not dead.
No Shadow Stampede, so he stays safe, thankfully.
Yeah, so as a region, Filipinos just naturally have some really good reaction times and very good split decision making. Overall, at least they understand what the procedures are going to be before they make those choices.
And Arlot, or Aaron, clearing out the top side again. This is going to be as weird as it sounds. You have an Arlot into a glue. It should be a bit more interactive, but both are just clearing out the top wave thanks to the lack of that tier 1. Bottom side, Redis was looking for their own tier 1. Should be able to get it. Archives not in a position to contest this one. Amon will get a free camp also.
Yep, again, Archives, when they had the initiative, they had their convergence, and they managed to get an EXP lead for their jungler. Now they can kind of predict what Red Esports is looking to do, right? They know for a fact that Amal wants to kind of go back even, is looking for camps of his own, and that they're playing for the gold lane.
Just to clear up some confusion for our viewers, Aaron is actually Ren QT. I thought I was tripping because I said Aaron and I was like, wait, isn't that Ren? Yeah, so it's the same guy. So we'll call him Ren from now on, just to clear up some confusion. Shadow Stampede putting Ren back. He's dead. That one goes over to Sumpak. Archives gets a turtle and a kill.
Sumpak now getting that Malefic Roar is going to super boost him, right? That's a big item power spike.
10 HP already expired. Massive damage for Mel, but not enough. Archives Esports, they'll keep their team alive, going for the dive on top lane. Amal desperately clearing out the wave, but won't be successful as Archives will get a free tier 2. Spider Mouse coming in with the help of Kaizen taunting it up. There's the flicker, final slash. The follow-up needs to be there, but it's not quick enough. Iron Hook does come through for Mao, pulling Kaizen back. He dashes away. RWM use Aaron, Ren straight to the back, and once more punished by Archives.
Oh, Archives, they played that so very well. They maintained their formation throughout the entirety of that fight. No access to the backline, allowing Sumpak to free hit for days. You just saw how quickly Ren QT melted under that sort of pressure.
And it was, and no, they even got a good final slash, right? And the follow-up just was not there. They got a hook afterwards, but it was on the beefiest target who just walks out of there. So Red Esports once more in the back, on the back foot. Not a particularly uncomfortable position for them. They've been in worse spots, but these structures will start to form just like Game 2. And Archive pushing the tempo.
Yep, I mean, Archive Esports, this is how they play. As soon as the mid game starts coming in, and especially when they have a 4K lead. Oh,
get the pull onto the glue and instantly final slash onto tree, but mitigated by the call altar. There's just nothing much that can be done. Ren again vaporizes.
Can't do anything about that. This Brody, this is his moment right now. He's got the items. He's got that Malefic Roar. Power Spike is here. They want to get for more.
Spider Mouse almost getting a connection with Shadow Stampede Flicker, but it doesn't matter. They have the RWM. And they get a tier 1 alongside Mao.
Yep, and they're snowballing this out of control. That 5K lead might turn into a 9K lead if Archives Esports can make this Lord worthwhile. Ready Esports just too far behind to really contest. They're just forced to cover and clear their own jump rope.
Just like game number 2, Archives Esports have a very sizable lead. You can see that a 1K goal increase in terms of net worth. So 6K goal advantage, which will keep on building. Red Esports will lose this bottom tier 2. They are focusing on the top side, right? That's where the Lord is going to spawn. So Mel is looking to at least do some damage, but the bottom wave is pushing it too fast.
Yeah, it's pushing way too quick here. But he managed to clear up that wave nicely, keeping that inhibitor alive, sacrificing the outer turret.
Oh, good prediction for Mao. That is what you want. Spider Mouse can't even get in range with the call altar thanks to Mao's flicker, so they will definitely defend this. Red Esports holding on.
Wow. And this is what I'm talking about. The Iron Hook is such a good ability. It's such an off-tempo play. And when you connect, instant impact, instant value is achieved.
One of the highest value abilities in the game.
Yeah.
Basic, very simple, very straightforward, not much really needed, but just so good. They final slash Kaizen into the base. Oh boy, these guys, they studied geometry for sure. Kaizen is gone. And Mel gets to dish out massive damage with the light wheel. Just Sumpa tracked down to the end of the world. Red Esports. Oh, they're doing it again.
Oh, they're doing it again. Mel, QT, good target prioritization. When he dashed, I definitely thought those the auto attacks that came out of him was probably going to go to the nearest target, but it directed itself right on top of Sumpa. So he did have that portrait lock on. Really nicely done coming in from Mel. This is why. Explosive player, but Red Esports looking to recover. They managed to get 2.5k back, but it doesn't put them back above waters just yet.
No, definitely not, but they kept the base pretty healthy. And look at the structures. Only the middle inhibitor is took a little bit more damage, but Red Esports, they are the high ground defense. We thought the Iron Hook was the only threat, but apparently Final Slash as well.
Yeah,
the angle management, we joke about it a lot. Now we get to see the application.
Yes, and remember, remember that the Final Slash always goes from left to right, no matter where you are standing from, right? It's about that rotation. So as long as you are on the right side of the map, as you Final Slash, you're going to push your opponents closer towards your team. If you want to push them away from your team, you definitely have to be positioned on the left side. Oh, this could be bad.
Movement Root, Lord JM catching A-Mao. That is a target that you need to take down as fast as possible. They do it with minimal effort. Now RWM rooting 3 members. Mel is the target. Kaizen gunning for him, but Mel, he good spacing. Doesn't get pulled back by the Shadow Stampede. Archive still get the mid inhibitor, and it's 15 seconds until Lord.
A really good call coming in from in that mid inhibitor, and now this means that Red Esports is going to take a little bit longer and always have to maintain priority over the mid lane. If not, it's naturally going to push in to Archive's favor.
Jungler down, Archives easily goes on to the Lord. Red Esports, can he steal it again? Can Red do it once more with the R-Lot? No chance this time. Archives, they're just going to flick the forward. Spider Mouse, 2-man Shadow Stampede. Mel needs to get out as soon as he can. And Kim steals the call altar, keeps his team alive, but they're all inside the real manipulation. Mel still keeping his spacing. Lord JM absolutely melted by the carry. Red Esports still has the marksman online. A-Mao in danger. He goes down, but they get the Bloody Hunt onto Kaizen, getting his immortality out of the way as Mao will flick to safety. Mel dashes over the wall, but gets caught up by Sumpa. This is an important kill, but the Final Slash from Red saves his teammate, and they all get out 4 for it.
Finally, we see the Final Slash coming in from Ren QT. The man saves it at the very end. Mel was taking up so much pressure and even got flickered on by the Brody. Surprisingly, didn't die thanks to the winds of nature. The torn apart memories wasn't able to get casted in time because of the follow-up from Aaron. So nicely played by Red Esports, but they probably need to reconsider how they play defensively with the Final Slash. Because we could have seen Aaron stop this entire engagement earlier when Archives was walking up to the mid lane.
Yeah, he was saving it for Mel. For sure. The spacing of this carry just impeccable.
Oh, Mel is really
he's teetering
hard.
on a knife's edge, He was always like, you can't touch. Like you watch those movies and someone gets slashed and it just hits like their hair.
Yeah,
the ponytail gets cut off a bit, but not their flesh.
Literally the entire series of John Wick. Just
basically. No, not really. I mean, John Wick takes the beating. He just doesn't get injured,
He just doesn't. It's Keanu Reeves, man. I've
Man
never
of
seen the
Steel.
man hurt.
You think Superman's the Man of Steel? Have you seen John Wick? Oh, this guy is the true Man of Steel.
The son of Ka-El comes down with sunglasses.
This Final Slash that didn't land. Aaron losing that ultimate. They didn't land the Iron Hook also. Archive Esports trying to brute force their way through this top inhibitor. Won't find it yet, but dealt massive damage to it.
What's up with Malaysian teams and completely whiffing final slashes?
Hey man, this is just the first one for him, okay? We saw 2 yesterday. That one was worse, okay? This one was unforgivable.
Forgivable? All right, all right.
They didn't lose the game because of that.
That's true. That's true. But it's getting very close here. Now, if we look back at the goal deficit, we've built it up for Archives to have that fat 5K. Now dwindling down to a 600 gold lead. Very minimal. And it just shows that Red Esports have kind of pulled this back from the brink.
The net worth at this point in time is not going to matter as much, right? Because they're both on an even state.
Yeah, well, I mean, if we look at the gold earned, right, Mel QT was definitely way ahead of his teammates, and that's why we're seeing them just like playing bodyguard, just being fodder to scream for him as much as they can.
This guy 4-0-4. It is very impressive that you have a losing lane, losing matchup, you win the matchup, and now you're 4-0-4.
I mean, a lot of that is just due to Mal, his presence alone. And it does feel like Mel is calling on to Mal and putting him on a leash. He's like, no, come back here, sit in my lane.
Lord down to less than 50% health, Red Esports. And what are they posturing for? They are waiting to see if they can get a cheeky catch. Are they not contesting this? It's concealed right now. Walk in. Or JM spots the Franco. RWM used as well. They're going to jump onto the Mao, forcing him to flicker. Mao, good spacing again. Keeping himself away from the rest of Archive and Red. And now Flicker, final slash. They're going to jump right in the dash for Red QT. They will be pulled back by the Shell Stampede. Red ends up going down to Sumbak. And Amal, he'll be caught up as well. The brick wall of Archive Esports is just solid. Spider Mouse gets pulled in but has the immortality. They need to get to his second life, but it's just not possible. 3 members of Red fall.
Ah, the classic mistake. They're like, oh, Yeef doesn't have the RWM. Let's all funnel through this choke point, and instantly just the Void Blast getting multiple targets at the same time. Able, yeah, look at that. So much damage.
And Mao, he can't do it. Not on his own. Not this time. The first and final death of this game. And the death of Red Esports in the upper bracket.
Yeah.
Give him the ripple.
Give him the ripple. Give it to him. Give it to him.
I mean, Red Esports only has 2 guys doing this. Archives brought the whole squad.
They brought the whole